Hello, everybody, and welcome here to Homestead Miami Speedway here for week 2 of the iSNF Cup Series. Last week we went to the World Center Racing there at Daytona International Speedway and saw Devin Trusty take his first win in the iSNF Cup Series. But we're at Homestead for week 2. Very good track for these Cup cars as we get ready to look at the upcoming stuff here. Look at some of you talk about right now. The South Beach 100 here from Homestead. 134 laps here from Homestead with stage brakes on lap 1480. And no fast repairs, 60% fuel, 4 extra sets of tires for tonight's race here at Homestead. But the clocks are counting down here until we get ready to get into qualifying. 2 minutes and kicking on the clock now as we'll look at some of your fastest drivers who have decided to set a lap time here and practice. You can look at that. Matt Metler in the 6 machine up there inside the top fastest right now in practice. Chris Van Maastricht, who finished P2 last week at Daytona, sitting right there P2 and practice. And David Anderson in the 97 back there at P3. Will Austin P4. Joey Maines rounding out your top 5 for tonight's practice. Matt Medler out on track right now. Let's take a look at that car. Something to look at. Trying to update training paints as we speak here. It looks like Matt's still in. It looks like maybe like a league paint. We're trying to get that updated as best we can here. Back to that. We'll try to refresh the paints here. Basically right there, counting down and ticking 45. Now down to 40 seconds left in practice, and we'll take a look at some of your favorites to watch here. Someone to look at. Matt Metler. Driving that 6 machine is a fill-in for 6 of Chuck Cobb. Jimmy Johnson in for the 10. Larry Fairman filling in for the 17. Shane Johnson filling in for the 43. Simmons Prince filling in the 54. Austin Reedy filling in for Greg Onslauger in that 77 machine. Looking at some of your picks to win, potentially Gonzalez in that number 2 machine has looked very quick throughout really everywhere we go here these last couple seasons. Austin Reed subbing in his own speed. Cody Meadows. I know he's had a long day. I'm running the 20, but he's also a dark horse pick to maybe try and win his first race here in season 11. Charles Roberson, last season's winner, and Will Austin, last kind of race favorite, dark horse pick. Paris yourself, Chris Bishop, 71. See what they could do. That all said and done, qualifying underway here from Homestead, Miami. We'll wait on some drivers to come out here. Start their lap. Look at this. Cody Meadows out on pit road. First time in that number 12 machine. That off until we get some drivers to set some laps down. But first, we'll look at this number 12 machine, Cody Meadows, as he rounds 3 and 4 to start his first lap here from Homestead Miami Speedway. Driver from Martinsville, Virginia. Made it to the final 4 last season, but can do here. It looks like he's going to run the top here on this first lap. currently PA right there with the 33.2. And now currently Dylan Lasdell, 32.71. Now 47 machine. Across the line. What could Cody do on the second lap? Like he'll improve to a 32.61. Give that the pull for now. Go ahead and get your fastest last laps up here. I have to restart our. To find some guys out on track. Jeff Weimer and 60 not on track. Just real quick. Apologize for the technical difficulty. Got some numbers. Here we go. Joey Maines right now, currently your pool sitter with a 32.5. Across the line here for the number 60 shooter now, currently P18. Timer. Chris Otto and this 9 machine with his way up into P6. Otto. Driver from Green Bay. Spending some laps now. Looks like we're gonna pull that car down pit side. Frank DeAngelis. 1 machine. Frank also with a busy weekend, as I know he's also doing the Daytona in the LMP2 class. Frank right now currently coming out of his lap to set a lap down time. Justin Johnson moves way up to P3. Zach Phillips up to the pool. Currently in that 7 machine. Like that. Zach Phillips Sr. Gonna take your pool sitter. Full award. Here we go. We have everybody sitting down there in their pit box. We'll go ahead and get ready to go and take a look at your starting lineup for tonight's race here, brought to you by HVTV. Here we got him right here. Zach Phillips Sr. will take you pole here with that 32.453. Joey Maines. He's in there in that P2 position. Just almost getting to that pole position. Not quite. Fabricio in that 62 will take P2 away. Justin Johnson. The 22 will be you fast forward. Steven Sear, top 5. Chris Bishop, P6. Cody Meadows back there in the 12, going to be P7. Chris Otto, going to round out your top 8. Devin Trusty, P9. And rounding out that top 10, going to be Dylan Lasdell in the 47. Wyatt Roberts will be starting there in then P11 alongside Dylan Anderson back there at P12. P13 will be Kyle Williams in the 66 machine alongside Thomas Flynn in the 24. Thaddeus Friel in the 88 alongside Scott Trusty in that number 51. Jason Steptoe will start P17, and Blake Hollett in the 45 will be P18. Jimmy Johnson in the 10 will start P19, and rounding out your top 10 20, Will Austin in the 3 machine. 21 will go to Clarence Prince, who's filling in for Alyssa in that 54 machine, alongside John Hopley in the 4 Front Row Motorsports machine, rounding out that P22. Larry Fairman, P23 alongside Matt Metler, P24. P25, Jeff Weimer, Carlos Roberson, Gabe Ledger, Parker Standrit, Eric Jurgensen, Mike Escudar, Shane Johnson, Frank DeAngelis, Mark Gonzalez, Pete Thorne, Chris Van Maastricht, and Rhea Ferris, and Bob Wyckoff, the 41. Round out the rest of your field for tonight's race. We're going to look at tonight's weather. Right there. 5-mile-an-hour wind, 70-mile-an-hour degrees here. 51% humidity, and a little partly cloudy, but 72 degrees on that track temp. So plenty of warmth to put on a great race for tonight here. 134 laps here from Homestead Miami Speedway. Hello, my name is Christian Delgado here for High Velocity TV. We're getting ready to kick it off here. Get the lights off on the pace car. We'll be getting ready to go. 134 laps here from Homestead Miami Speedway. See the pace car take that hard left turn on the pit road. We'll get ready to go green here. No, we'll delay the caution. Back on one more time. Could get the one to green this time by now. We're asking to do a little paint refresh here before we go green. Hopefully everything can get loaded in before we light the fuse here on Homestead Miami Speedway. Now we see that 47 show up. Was asking for the refresh, the 47 of Dylan Lasdell, I believe. And now we'll get ready to go green here. 134 laps here from Homestead Miami Speedway. Josh it already out. Spinner in the back. If John Hopley could show us what happened. John's starting from the pit, so he definitely not be able to happen. Could find someone else here on the track. Show us the way potentially. Like the 43, maybe. Dayton Johnson. We got tangled up here on the start. Yeah, the 43. Like just simply spun the tires on the start. One of the most anticlimactic starts you'll see here. I almost said Miami Speedway, but spins the tires. Alt F4s, and he is gone. Go back to the race up here. Zach Phillips. Losing your race lead. We'll continue to take this race lead. You have already a couple of guys here in front of your leader. Get the wave here. Start from the pits. Wanted to just make it safe. That's John Hopley, Chris Otto, I believe. Chris Otto's back here. You have John Hopley up here towards the front. Parker Strandra into 42. Back here. Started from the pits. Trying to stay out of trouble here, but unfortunately, got a lucky caution, I guess, to keep them where they need to be. But I don't think that's what they wanted, because they wanted to start from the pits because they didn't want to. They wanted to avoid the wreck, and now they're kind of forced to now, come back with the pack. You'll see these guys get to wave around here, the 42, the 43, and number 4. A lot of 4s getting a wave around here. I'll hand over the race back to, it looks like Joey Maines. No, it will be Zach Phillips there on that bottom side. We'll get the one to go. Now this time by, maybe we could have a little bit more of a HVTV style start of the race here. Obviously, we won't count that first restart. How about that? We'll get ready to go. Start your race here as the pace car will take a hard left turn back down pit road once again. We'll get ready to go. Back lead here from Hosted. Back out of 3 and 4. Number 7, Zach Phillips will lead that 5th lap, coming to lap 6. Here comes Joey Maines on that top slide, using that top lane to try to get a little bit of momentum on the 7 machine. We have a 2-car breakaway for the rest of the field, but here comes Chris Bishop back there in that 71. Good dark horse for tonight's race. His way up to 3rd place. Woody Meadows scoots around the 62 of Fabricio. And he used that top lane to scoot around that number 62. Put himself up inside the top 3. Cody Meadows talks about how well he likes this track, this Homestead Miami Speedway. One of his favorite tracks here to come run at. Just because, you know, this guy is a dirt guy. He used to go and race a lot of dirt. This is a car track combo that kind of really, you know, benefits for someone who can go up there, rip the wall, go down there, and run wherever he needs to. You see that 12 already up there on that top side trying to make that work. But here comes Fabricio on the bottom. Fabricio trying to make a battle here for this P3 position. Still working that bottom side. Cody Meadows trying to work the top. Almost contact between the two. The one goes around in the back. Ike Iskandar attached to that sidewall. Cautions out. All right there. We'll try to see what happened in this one machine. Mike up there on that top side. Gonna get tagged by the 11. Charles Robertson gets into the back of the 1, and the 1 will go around, spin around. Barely getting to that inside wall, and the caution will wave here once again from Homestead. Unlucky for Mike. Nothing he really could have done. Just looks like the 11 just came up, washed up the corner there, down to that left rear quarter of the 1, and I'll send Mike around there. So Zach Phillips still continues to lead here. Zach looked pretty strong last week at Daytona. Remember, got caught up in a big wreck, and talked to him about the strategy of, you know, how do you manage a race like that? The Crown Jewel, the Daytona 500, you know, one of the races that everybody, not only here in iSNF, but really just in general, wants to win. He talked about how it would be a little bit more difficult, you know, because he used that fast repair up early to go out there and make something happen. But was up there strong towards the end. Unfortunately, just couldn't seal the deal. Just, you know, there were just too many wrecks to navigate around for the 7 machine. But now look at this. Comes up here, qualifies on the pole, is led every lap. He has had some pressure from Joey Maines. We'll give him that. We'll give Joey his flowers too. Back there in that P2 position. Joey Maines is the driver out of Kibo Harbor. Hopefully I'm saying that right, Joey. That's a strong run. No, Joey. I feel like for Joey, I race with him. I feel like his best tracks are these mile and a halves, or especially where you can move around and find lanes elsewhere, right? Some of those cookie cutter mile and a halves that kind of have to only run one lane. Maybe a track like Nashville Super Speedway or something. Uh, you know, I'm not gonna say he's a strong suit, but I just always felt like Joey's always been good at like these, you know, a mile and a half where you can move around and find grip somewhere else. Going up there and running the top, or going down there and running the bottom, and just doing something different. That's where Joey's, I feel like, always shines, is just searching around for grip where no one else is willing to. And Homestead is no stranger to people searching around the track surface to try to find the line to give themselves a little bit of an advantage. And started to come out here and showed he's got a strong car. Set up here at the P2 spot. Has been up here at the top 2 since we dropped the green flag tonight. So see what Joey could get out the rest of the race. And it'll be Zach Phillips. Joey Maines at top 2. Fabricio Lamana, Cody Meadows. That's what will be your fast forwards. We already see that pace car once again take a hard left turn on the pit road. Hit a 7 in the 48. Chevy front row. Chevy Ford running out that fast four is Zach Phillips once again leads us back to green. A good jump by that 7 on that restart. Jumps out in front of the 48. 48 actually got a little bit of help from Cody Meadows trying to get that car going, but nothing had happened. Here comes Fabricio on the bottom of that 48 machine. Got to take over that P2 position. The top from that top, you already see the momentum from the top lane working pretty well. As here comes Joey Maines on the outside of the 7. Again, Dak just doing a really good job maintaining this lead, maintaining the gap here. Is we're going to look 3 wide here for P2. Cody Meadows going to try to take the point here. Cody Meadows on the bottom. 48 of Joey Maines on the top. Cody Meadows will try to do a little slide drive, get up in front of the 48. Give him that P2 position. Cody Meadows the point here in that P2 spot. Cody up into the outside wall. That's going to allow the 48 to turn left, drive underneath the 12. Cody with a good head of steam off at 3 and 4. Still going to be side by side for this P2 position. Cody does a really good job in 1 and 2. Running that top lane, just struggles a little bit in 3 and 4. See the 12 clear the 48. Now further on back, do some more battling. It looks like the 24, Thomas Flynn, making his first start in the 24 machine. Working his way up to the field now, trying to battle inside the top 5. Going to be side by side with the 62. We'll continue to see 3 wide here. 40, 24 in the middle, and look at that 62 on the top lane. He was going to try to keep the point here. Here comes Will Austin in the 3 on the bottom here, going into 3 and 4. Will Austin trying to drive his way up to the field, up 15 positions from where he started. Driver out of Maine. Trying to drive his way through the field. Battling that 62. Now trying to battle with that 48. Joey Maine starting to fall back to the rest of the field. I'm clear. That 48 machine. I want to bring up because we do have a little bit of a special occasion. I'm interested to see some of these drivers adapt to Homestead, and this is what I'm meaning. For people who don't know, currently going on right now is the Daytona 24 hours of the Rolex 24 at Daytona, virtually in iRacing. And I would say there's a good handful of drivers, including one we're looking at right now, this 12 machine of Cody Meadows, who are doing 24, right? So they've been kind of locked in to running Daytona, the Daytona road course there at the World Center Racing there that we just went to last week. Because they ran probably hours of time there throughout the day and just has to jump into a cup car and run here at Homestead. Definitely has to be a challenge to see some of these guys jump out of a, IMSA car, jump right into the jump right into a next gen car and expect just to go fast. Obviously, I don't know exactly who everybody is driving for and who's for. I do know for a fact that the 12 of Cody Meadows is doing the 24. I know for a fact that 01 of Frank DeAngelis is also doing the 24. Frank DeAngelis all the way back P26 right now. Now P25. Trying to find some space here. I'm in the early stages of these laps. Trying to get around. I believe that's the 6th machine of Matt Metler. be Mike Iskandar and negotiate around the sixth machine. Remember that Mike got caught up in your second caution tonight. Gonna drive his way back up to the field. Gonna make this bottom lane work. Not get up and hit the apron. Gonna get up there and make some contact with the 54 of Clarence. Having some issues tonight. The Angels gonna make that wall work. Up here to the battle for the lead. Battle up towards the front, I would say. Tony Meadows under fire from the 3 of Will Austin. Will Austin in the bottom. Tony Meadows still electing to use that top lane. You see the benefits of each lane. Cody up here. Caution is out. Picks a battler around. Like just getting a little tight. The 2. Up into the 0-1 of Frank DeAngelis. Nowhere to go for that 0-1, and unfortunately the 6 will hook himself off the nose of the 0-1, and around he'll go. And Mike Iskandar will get into this as well. DeAngelis car. Quite a bit of front end damage. That 0-1. Really nothing he could have done. Wrong place, wrong time for that 0-1 machine. Come pit side. See some drivers come down pit side here. You see Jeff Weimer, Mark Gonzalez, a lot of drivers coming down. Maybe taking a set here. Remember, we do have that stage caution on lap 40, so we almost kind of split that stage a little over in half here. So I guess, if you have the tires, you could come down and theoretically take them. We have 5 sets total, 4 additional on top of the tires that you're given. So if you want to split it out, 134 divided by 5, you could almost do kind of 25 lap stints if you wanted to equally get those tires worn out. So imagine that's a lot what these guys are doing. See this 0-1 trying to damage fix. Guys, stay out. What are you of the leaders here will stay out? Go ahead and talk to your leader right now, Zach Phillips. Hey Zach, is Christian up here in the HVTV booth? Got a copy? Well, currently leading here at Homestead, started on the pole. Looking pretty quick out here tonight. You've been leading the whole race here since the drop of the green flag. What's kind of the game plan here? Obviously, we're gonna split this stage kind of at half. Obviously, I think you've been pretty aggressive trying to keep this lead. So, what's it like being out here leading?
It's surprising, to be honest, because I really don't feel like I'm pushing the car, and I'm just so much faster than everybody else. So the key for me has been running the bottom. I feel like that's the move to save tires. Definitely is easier on the tires, keeps the temps down. Yeah, really surprised to be up here and running as good as we are, but I'm happy we are.
Obviously, we're up front at Daytona. Didn't get the result you want, but obviously getting ready to go, one to go here. finish out stage 2. Looks like you're pretty quick, so good luck with the rest of the way, and hopefully we could talk to you maybe after you win this stage.
Thanks, man.
How would your race leader, Zach Phillips here, as we get ready to go green once again here. After that caution on lap 24, Zach Phillips once again will lead us back to green. Good jump out of Cody Meadows in that 12 machine. If he's got anything for him going into 1 and 2.
Brother, if you ain't gonna go, you gotta call that out on the radio, man, please.
Contact between the 12 and the 7. Cody Meadows to the point early after this start. Give that lap to the 7, though. Zach Phillips fighting hard on that bottom lane. I've said this a couple times. I think the top is better in 1 and 2. I think the bottom is better in 3 and 4. So you see that 12 launch out of 1 and 2 here. Get a good advantage. If I'm him, I go back down on this bottom. No, he'll get to stay up top. I'll allow Zach to get back up to him if he wants to. No, Cody's going to go up here and run the top once again. He will. I feel like he'll pull away 1 and 2 if he continues to run the top. Cannot burn his stuff up here. Running that top like he is will hurt the tires more. What Zach is doing right at the bottom all the way around. We are closing in almost 10 laps to go. A little under 10 laps to go. A little over 10 laps to go. My apologies. In stage 1. Remember, these guys did not pit on that lap 25 caution. So if I'm them, I'm going to race hard. Get these stage points. Will Lawson underneath the 7 now. Try to make it a race for P2. You know, force that 7 to run a different line than what he wants to. He's going to have to go up there and run that top here. In the 1 and 2. Will Lawson will clear for that P2 position. Lawson will go back down there and continue to run that bottom lane as Cody Meadows. Very adamant on running that top. Ready to go. 9 to go in stage 1. Top 4 have kind of broken apart here. We'll go back to some battles. Charles Roberson all over the back bumper of the 62. Gonna dive to the bottom. Gonna follow the 45. Blake Hollett. Follow that Toyota teammate. Maybe past the 62. No, the 62. Could run off the corner. Give him the spot at the line. 33. So fun. Now watching these drivers. Choose which line they want to run. Some guys are in the bottom 1 lane. They'll go down there and run the top. So funny to see like how dynamics of the track change around what cars you want to drive now. 3 wide here, back here. What is this? P7. He will clear again. It looks like Charles Roberson will clear 45 for that P8 position. They're fanning out here, back here, towards outside the top 5. Chris Otto has stuck his way inside the top 5. Good run out of the sign machine. Started back there in P8. Way up here inside the top 5. Got a little bit of a cushion here. Ready to round out stage 1. Here, 5 to go. Stage 1. back here still battling. Out here for this P10 spot. Cola currently has it. Steven Sear, Justin Johnson, Mark Gonzalez. They want that P10 spot. They want to get those precious stage points. Comes the 22. By this middle line, trying to be middle of the 47 and that 5. Going in that top lane, I think is gonna not quite get there. Johnson around the 47. Give him P8. 9, my apologies. Gonzalez back here. Driving it down to the bottom. Mark will secure that P10 spot for now. Get ready to start lap 38. 2 to go here at stage 1. Ooh. 48 squeezes that 2 machine. Of course, that 2 to have to lift out of the gas. Jump up to the top side. Get around that 40. The 48 with a little bit of front end damage. Go back to the race lead here. Lawson trying to get back to the 12, but also trying to hold off the 7 machine. So Lawson's going to have enough to get to 12 here as we round out the stage. Caution's out. Cody Meadows will win your stage 1. He will lost it back there 2. Zach Phillips P3. Thomas Flynn back there 4. Chris Otto P5. Theo P6. Charles Roberson P7. Justin Johnson will finish stage 1 gate. P9 goes to Charles Mark Gonzalez, my apologies. Ian Thorne. Way back inside. Gets a precious stage port. Take a quick commercial break as these guys will catch the pace car and we'll figure out here. Take a quick break here, brought to you by partners over at iRacing.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Back to Homestead Miami Speedway as we just completed stage 1. And the number 12, Cody Meadows, got it done here in stage 1. And talk to the Hey, Cody, it's Kush up here in the HVT booth. Got a copy? Well, stage 1 under wraps here, and you get your first stage win of the season. So, walk us through. Obviously you qualified pretty well here. Walk us through why you felt like you needed to get up there and win that stage, and walk us through, how the car is feeling, how you're feeling going into the rest of the race.
So far, car's feeling great. Couldn't ask for a better car. Number 12, Penske ride. I got my 2 teammates in front of me right now. Just I've did a little bit of practice. I cannot get that bottom to work for me. I've always been a high side hero in dirt racing, so getting up to that wall and just keeping it up there is kind of normal. I'm used to it. It can bite me sometimes, but I figured if I can get up there, get the run down the straightaways, and so far that's been the plan. So far that's how it's been working. So just keep it up, and let's see if we can get that dub at the end of the day.
Well, congratulations on that stage 1 win. You guys are getting ready to go green here. 2 teammates in front of you. So luck into stage 2. Good luck in the rest of the race, and hopefully we can talk to you later.
Therefore, bud, thanks.
Cody Meadows, stage 1 winner. We're ready to go green here. You have his 2 Penske teammates here. 1-2. Bit of a strategy call out of the Penske camp. Mark Gonzalez, Justin Johnson, Cody Meadows, you top 3. Lead us back to green. See that number 2 and number 22. Get that restart zone. Oh, the 7. Huge mistake on that start. Zach Phillips drops outside the top 20 from that mistake. Huge mistake. Mark Gonzalez takes off. Best teammate 20 miles behind. The 24, Justin Flynn. Thomas Flynn underneath the 22 of Justin Johnson. My apologies. Clear. Remember the 2. I know at least the 2. He pitted on that lap 25 caution. So I presume maybe that 22 as well. And they stayed out here. Flipped the stage basically. Gonna have a little bit older tires. All right, now it looks like that Mark, doesn't matter. Been able to hold on to his lead pretty well. Got his teammate back there, Cody. Try to pursue him now. Johnson trying to fall back here a little bit. Dirty air is just something that has changed the way these cars drive a lot, and especially for this 22, if he's got a little bit older tires. Dirty air definitely isn't going to help the way this thing drives. You throw your Will Austin underneath the 22. Trying to make this pass work. You'll see them go side by side. Will be clear if he wants it to get up. He will. See how long the 2 could hold on. Finds that kind of spot that he could settle into. We were looking at the 22. We saw the 12. Cody Meadows takes your race lead away. Gonzalez will fall back to P2 and under heavy fire. Thomas Flynn right here in that 24. Hear that? We're shifting the corners here to help get that rotation. Look at that 2 machine. And that 24, I was going to say, was going to set his sights on the leader. Too late. He already did it and done that. 24 takes the lead here on that 50. Heard Zach Phillips talk about the bottom. Feeling really good and feel like it was the best way to keep the car underneath you. At 24, do a really good job in that bottom lane. Tried to keep the tires underneath him. 12, who said he doesn't really know how to run the bottom. So he's going to run the top here. We're already starting to see the tire wear. Not going to be in the favor of this 12. Just along the way around the track. And you're just sitting the gas for longer, right? Which burns more rubber. You know, when you run that top, you're just adding feet to the lap. And getting in a wall like that, it's going to slow you down a lot. So, saw that 24 take the lead. So, a spin in the back. Caution will wave. Zach Phillips. Top of this one. Zach got some help. Got loose on his own. But Zach did have some damage from knocking the wall down on the restart. Now it just looks like just got loose on his own out of 4. Come up here, grab the 47. Oh man, what a hit. '47 to Dylan. Glasdale. Mansdale. Ooh, Joey Maines, I think, got a piece of it as well. Yeah, look, you see that left front pretty beat up here on that 48 machine. Ran about, I would say, 11, 12 laps here. I don't really think it's enough to negate a pit stop yet. Have some damage. Maybe you are the 7 of Zach Phillips who's far out. Pit side. Some cars come down. 2 of Mark Gonzalez. Exiting pit road. Devin Trusty. Winner. Scott Trusty. These other guys. Trying to get some damage fixed, so be down there for a little bit longer. Kind of forced to start this stream a little bit later than we want. Go ahead while we get the opportunity to take a look at you guys' points coming into Homestead. Okay. I was show you guys that. Ah, yeah, we have that. Definitely. I mean, it's I don't have it. That is a skill upon myself. So get the lights off on the pace car one once again. See the pace car take a hard left turn and 24 to 12. The 9 and a 3 leads us back to green. Cody Meadows. Not top plate. He's going to take the race lead away for now. Here comes the 24. Thomas Flynn side by side going to the 1 and 2. That 12 just has such good momentum off the corner here. We're running that top lane. Should be able to clear here this 24. He will. Cody Miles in at the outside wall. It allowed the 24 to clear. Seen that 12 have troubles. That outside wall. Especially third, four all race, really. But he's lost the most amount of time. Not third, four. There's a weird bump in third and four that could kind of push the car up. Usually pushes the car up or it spins it out or it gets it really loose. One or the other. Again, in the case of the 12, it's been really tight. Pushing that car up the track. And you saw him get up in an outside wall. Which gave up the lead now. He gave up that P2 spot to Will Austin. Putting up inside the top four. His way around the 6 and the 99. And you just see the 11. Roberson. Last. He's the champion. And he's quick everywhere we go. Track, hour and a half. Play road course. He's at least a top 10 driver in every one of those disciplines. Everybody get single file out. It was a lot more tamer, a lot more calmer stage we saw. Last stage, right? Everybody realizes everybody has matured. Got okay. Probably not time to be wrecking and putting your nose in there when you shouldn't be, right? Got a long ways to go. Guys definitely want to get as much stage points as they can. Wrecking themselves out definitely isn't going to help. Single file. 11 under attack now. 99 are gonna try to make a move, right? Rodney Roberts of Alabama. Everybody's still just trying to make way here. As you see remember, we're starting the evening, during the night here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Chris Bishop underneath the two. Not gonna be able to make the pass work. 3 wide back here. Even 8. The 2 by 2 back here. Everybody's still trying to make their way into that top 10. Stage points, right? First person in is that 5 machine up here and up the road a little bit. Here, that 10th place driver trying to get them stage points here. Already at the countdown here to lap 80. Even having an impressive start of the season. Ran pretty well at Daytona. Especially giving out some stage points at Daytona. Ended up finishing P4 last week. So not about way start the season. Now you see Bishop under attack. You cannot make this pass work. Back to the race lead is Will Austin. Anyone to lead the way. Flynn back there, half a second behind. And Meadows in the 12. Half behind. He's rained down a little bit by the 9 of Chris Otto. Otto, a bottom feeder versus the 12 who's kind of that top feeder. Like we said before, we talked to him. He didn't really know how to use the bottom. Be quick. That's why he's up there against the wall every lap. Caution is out. Zach Phillips, another incident. Loose off the quarter again. Yep. Backs it into the inside wall. Caution away one more time. Interesting. See some guys coming out now. Give up the stage points, but will most likely here, obviously ahead. Guys who pit. But won't good. Somebody else be like, hey, wait it out. Try to get to the stage. There is a guarantee. Fill up, take tires there. He lets out a pace car. Touched the threshold at the halfway done with this race. If anybody likes to come down pit side, bring DeAngelis first. Quite a bit of damage still left from and Matt Metler. So alright. Lights off on the pace car. Come back to the stripe. 7 to go here. Stage 2. Be Will Austin, Thomas Flynn, Cody Meadows, Chris Otto. Back to green. Cody Meadows with a good jump with the 3. He's going to jump up the P2. Comes Charles we sit at the bottom. Almost 4 wide. Back to 3, back to 2 now. To try to make that bottom lane work. Try to wrap those left sides right there on that white line. So funny to see that. You see the 7 down there all the way on the bottom. You see the 12 up here on the wall. Such a variance of lines, and it's so fun to see this. These drivers decide to put their cars. Cody Meadows. At that wall, try to get to your leader. Five to go here at stage 2. He's T-Beto Gonzalez back there. He likes to jump up to the top. That Cody has something at least up there. Jump up there, try to follow him. I say that he'll jump down to the bottom underneath the 24. Thomas Flynn. The fight on the top side. Trying to get clear. Not gonna quite do it yet. Dallas up here, up 29 spots from 30. Running run by Mark. Up here inside the top 5. Early. Especially early, right? Some drivers, it might take a while to make their way up here and to get that track position. After starting back there outside the top 30, I think pushed his way up to the field in a hurry. Gotta take this tractor shit back. Now a 3-car battle for this P2. Pretty Miles is falling back into the clutches of these two. Okay, we'll try to get around him on that bottom side. The Mark tells the people. Hospital wave here. Oh, Austin. Three will take stage 2. Thomas. Pretty Miles will fall back to P. But he's stage 1. Comes the rest of the field here down pit side. They're likely, I would say, third out of 5. I would say third out of 4 pit stops here. Get out. Prince. Bob Wyckoff. Bullet. Andre. Top 7. Out. We have Will Austin. Top pit road. Go green. Start stage 3. Bob Wyckoff, Clarence Pritz, Nick Hollett. Back to green. Should get the zone. There he is. Back green. As we already have one in the outside wall. As they try the wreck as they do the 10 around. Optional wave once again. Maybe Jimmy Johnson had a piece of that. Look, the 2 colored cars. 16 of Eric Jordan. I don't know, maybe the 10 got in the back of the 16 and the 10 been out. Like the plethora of cars, including Cody Meadows, the 5, like the 51.
This is fun. We're having fun.
A big wreck. I think we might have a special guest up in, I think, Rhea Ferris. Yes.
Good evening. How are you?
Hanging on here. Lap 85 and 1. I know the big one here happened out. That is. I think the 2 color cars came together there to cause that one.
Oh boy. I know the 10 car has a sub tonight, I believe Jimmy Johnson, who is actually still part of Colleague. He normally runs the 13 car, but he's subbing the 10 for Phil, who has PC issues tonight, and I know that feeling all too well. But yeah, I just loaded in. I see Mr. Metler is in our booth. Is he dormant or?
I believe Volitude to do some pit report, but obviously still in the car trying to. Well, he was in the car trying to his laps out, and then I think he said he got called into work early, so I think he had it for.
Oh, okay. Copy that. So, how many cautions have we had so far?
This is our 8th caution right now.
Oh boy, already. Okay. So it's one of those. Okay. I'm gonna get everything loaded in here for you. Get my SDK running and all that. Meanwhile, yeah, we're here. Race number 2, season 11 of the iSNF Next Gen Cup Series, and if Christian hasn't mentioned it yet, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button at the bottom. It helps support the channel itself and the league as well. So we appreciate your support. And if you wish to join our league, it is iSNF, just like our league name, iSNF League, LEAGUE.com. There is a Discord logo on our main page right there. You just click that one time, bring you right into our league Discord, and we'll get you set up.
Simple as that.
That's right.
We have the pace lights on, the pace car off, which means going back green here from Homestead. 54 Clarence Prince filling in for less than one in this week. And we got a teammate. Blake Hooley gonna run out that row 1, and then you'll see Mike Iskandar, Shane Johnson at 43 gonna round out your fast forward, but ready to go back into the restart zone and be green here to start lap 88.
Yeah, and Clarence Prince with some of his only laps led in the series, so nice to see him up front doing well here tonight early on.
Clarence is, oh, the 24. The
See
back gonna
that?
get hooked.
That'll bring out another caution.
Thomas front looks like the 43. Lots of damage. That left
Yes.
front.
In fact, that 43 car, the left front fender is waving at the grandstands, and then the arm just fell off right there. So let's go back and see what caused that on the restart.
Back here, looks like it started with that. Grabbed Thomas here. Happen.
Well, I notice already on this restart we're 3 wide into turn 1. Looks like a little bit of net code between the 17 and the 3, but that's not what caused it. I think it's just actually the 43 came up onto the 24. The 24 looks like he was holding his line pretty good, and unfortunately the 43 just didn't have situational awareness there and spatial awareness, and got yeah, the 43 definitely had the brunt of that damage there. I don't.
Looks like the 43 had a little snug. Set up the tractor. Unfortunately, the 4 was there, but Lydia 43 huge hit to the inside wall. Shane Johnson, Salem native. Probably night over for that 40.
Was Kyle J Williams involved in that one, because he is complaining about something in Discord. So I'm just wondering if he was involved in this last one, or if it was something earlier that may have contributed to his frustrations.
It looks like he's already in the pits.
Okay.
Yellow flag was through.
Copy that. It was probably an earlier incident then. Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's unfortunate for the 66 car. I know he's trying to put together a string of good races here to get some quality seat time and earn a full-time ride here in the Cup Series. Great guy. Congratulations to he and his wife. They just had a newborn baby, and so that's always special and exciting. I know we have another league member as well, and oh, forgive me, I don't know who, I forget who it was, but they're expecting soon as well. So congratulations to all these new babies. The storks are flying, I guess, and we'll get all of those babies rocked to sleep here so adults can race.
Exactly. At bedtime for the kids so the adults could have some fun.
That's right.
Yeah, well, congratulations, everybody. I mean, starting a family,
Yeah.
it's a big thing, right? So, congratulations to all the drivers for making that step in life to life into this world, and hopefully some positivity into this world with their beautiful kids and raising well mannered people. But we'll see when that comes to be. But he wants to get off in the pace car. And turn forward, and you'll see it take a hard left. And you'll see that Toyota front row, the 45 and the 54 is back to green.
And iSNF is definitely familiar with the 45 car being out front, as we have another caution. But Angel Hernandez was the former driver for many, many seasons in that 45 car, and has a lot of laps led and a lot of W's to go with that. So I was looking to see if rookie Blake Hewlett can do something that Angel was able to do in prior seasons, and that is lead a lot of laps and win. Let's see what brought out that last caution. Was that just a
Big wreck here. There we
okay?
go. It looks like said that Mark was involved. Looks like he came in after the fact. Like maybe the 41 was kind of already in it. We'll see if Bob can show us something. Or I think this all started with the 9 car of Chris Otto.
Hmm.
Find Chris and figure out what happened here. I think maybe a little bit of a stack up on the start.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see the stack up. The one maybe wasn't going on time.
it just looks like the one didn't go and backed up that whole bottom lane. You saw the nobody trying to saw that big accordion. You saw the 8 get in the back of the 9 and the 41 in the back of the 8, and people just know where to go for a lot of these drivers. Yeah, that's what happens when you. It just takes one guy to not go
Yeah,
on these restarts to back that up, and really usually the one guy who go usually gets out scot free, and um a lot of other people
yeah.
get tore up from it. But Michael somehow
It
get the
kind of
lead from that, which is kind of funny to see. But yeah, what it is.
it kind of reminds me of shooting pool at a billiards hall. It looks like the 41 made his pocket shot with the 9, and then the 9 goes in, and then it just grabs a bunch of the other um, balls on the table, if you will, and it hit the 8 ball and the 48 ball, if you will, and yeah, so it just kind of that's usually what happens too, and that's what causes a lot of these is those pocket shot punches from behind, and especially when there's a stack up, you just have nowhere to go. So tough tough luck for a few cars there involved in that one, as the culprit got the drive off into the sunset, like you mentioned, and so that's usually what happens. Yes, I agree.
I never even thought of that analogy of pool table, but yeah, I mean that's really how it goes. But looking up here,
Yeah.
you still see Mike up here in the lead, and Will Austin's had a fantastic race throughout. Now some guys come up through the field, whether it was through Christian or not. We see Frank DeAngelis up here inside the top 10 for the first time. Got caught up in that lap in that second caution with Matt Metler. Had a bunch of damage, but look at him up here inside the top 10. Trying to make some space here towards the end of the race here. Looks like got most of that damage fixed on that 1 machine. You see here, he's been up here inside the top, I'll say 12 all race. You see him back there in 12th, having a good run. Obviously, remember, he finished P4 last week at Daytona.
Yes, yes, he almost got a podium. So close to that podium, but a really, really good points day for that number 5 car last week at Daytona. Um, that 38 car, the same thing, getting P2, his first career podium. So a couple of drivers there that really needed good points days to start off the year. Congratulations to them. And we can't forget about last week's Daytona 500 winner, Devin Trusty, who is still yet to be on a full-time ride, but we are back to green here as our leaders are going into 1.
Getting a 1 does not go. I don't know if maybe I mean, he's the leader. I feel as if he's going to get dumped for it
Well,
right there. And,
yes, that'll bring out yet another caution.
oh, the 99. Here
And
comes another one. It
then
looks like the 54, the 45 involved.
the 88 of Thaddeus Friel was involved. Came spinning a little bit later. Now let's go back. Was that netcode? That was no. It was actually was he got dumped by his own teammate.
Yeah, that's the 99 of
Wow, Rodney Roberts.
Rodney Roberts. I mean,
Yeah,
he started behind his teammate there on that start, and I don't know what's going on with Mike. Just
yeah.
hasn't been going on these starts, and 99 today. I got places to go, and gets dumps him. Fortunately, the 54 get involved. I think too. Yeah, it gets another 54, and I don't know how the
And
45
then
gets involved here. We'll have to look at
I don't
it.
know how I don't know how the 41 even really got involved in that either. Was that just maybe a little overzealous on the brakes? Let me see here. You can check out yours. I'll check out mine, and we'll see what we can. Okay, so the 41 may have got yeeted. I don't know. My PC for some reason isn't loading the graphics the way they should. I'm gonna work on that too. But
54 obviously gets tagged. He'll grab another car. I still cannot find. It was he drive here, Blake Collet. What happens to him to gets that spun down that aggressively here? Oh yeah, just he self spins, self spun. Maybe got on the
oh
brakes, maybe
wow,
downshifted, trying to slow her down. Unfortunately, just loses it on his own. It really tear the almost front end of that race car off. Man, bad luck for the 45 again. Even worse luck for the 54. Just nowhere to go for clearance there. The one gets dumped, barely tags his left rear, and long for the ride that 54 went. That cycles out the 3 of the lead. Will Austin, Rodney Roberts gets back to P2 after causing that caution. P3, and Justin Johnson, despite having that pretty bad front end damage, decides to stay out here. Penske P2. Good to see how that damage holds up. I remember last season, I was still in a car out of the race. I was trying to help my teammate out, Tony Meadows, and he had pretty similar damage to that and completely destroyed his any speed he had. So that kind of dimple on the front end. I'm hoping that doesn't do the same for Justin. He's had a good race. Full race here. I don't know how well that damage is going to affect him, though.
time will tell. As the lights are back off on the pace car, it'll drop down this time by, and we'll re-rack them and stack them again in hopes that we will complete a lap here and get them spread out so we can go green flag racing.
I feel like we'll have a better chance here. It seemed like the culprit of both those two wrecks are kind of got shoved to the back there. Mike having some start here, but 3 and the 99 back into the restart zone. Back green here to start lap 100. Record
It's
in the
Justin
back,
Johnson. Are you kidding me?
like Bob Wyckoff. Having a Bob here.
Another stack up. The It's hard to tell who it was that didn't go. The 23 an accordion from the 54, and then the 99 or the 66 rather got kind of tied up in that mess. And this Cody Meadows.
I will say this part. I feel like a big reason why these accordions are happening is I will go to a cam here and you'll see this 41 3-4 car links off and they go green. So when he sees, oh man, we're stacking up. I mean, he's going 10, 15 miles an hour faster than Cody was, and then he has to slam on the brakes because he doesn't expect a checkup. And then the 97 behind him has to slam on the brakes too because he's following the 41. That's just how it goes. I mean, I wouldn't say he's purposely laying back. I don't think Bob does that, but when he went green right here, I mean, the green flag's out around right here.
The 45 car, Blake Hewlett is showing a meatball. He was our leader here a minute ago.
The 45 was involved in that last caution.
Okay.
With
right.
Mike, and he, I think he lost. I mean, I didn't see any contact with the 45, but we looked at it and I don't know, maybe he was trying to slow down for the wreck or what, but that car just snapped to the right. And yeah, KO'd that inside wall. Trying to grab that wreck. After a couple starts here, Austin continues to lead. Justin Johnson somehow moved his way up into the P2 position. Got that damage, so I guess it's not as bad as I thought it would be. We'll
Yeah.
continue to gain spots. Rodney Roberts back there at P3, and Chris Bishop, our dark horse pick for tonight's race, back up here in the top 4.
Our biggest mover so far, it looks like, is Frank DeAngelis in the 01 and Chris Van Mastrick in the 38 machine. So those two guys are on the move tonight here at Homestead.
Chris, remember, was P2 in practice, so, and he's got sub speed. We know that Chris doesn't tend show his full potential till the end. He likes to just car clean. We'll see if he's got with these guys. I mean, slowly creep his way up inside the top 10 right now. Sitting 13th up here, inside the top 10, up there in 7th. So
And as a reminder, too, ISNF is mirroring the new NASCAR points format, as well as the chase and the winners points and things like that. So tonight's winner will be worth 55 points, but ISNF does offer some bonus points along the way, especially for a lap led. So we're back to green here at Homestead. Hopefully we keep it green this time, as the green car, number 3, out front with a good lead. Will Austin into turn 1, coming down the back chute here out of turn 2. Out of Holton, Maine. Driving that number 3. Yeah.
Maine native taking a lead here, and like I expected here, the 22 starting to get eaten up here.
Contact between the 17 and the 15. Looks like the 15 saved it.
15 sideways there.
Oh,
Trusty.
sideways.
Back up
17
the field.
involved. Yep. Quite a few cars. Cody Meadows comes to a screeching halt. Looks like maybe... Yeah, so that contact between the 17 and the 15, it just upset the car, with the 15 getting up, like I said, upsetting the 15 car, I should say. And then there just wasn't enough room for the 54 to come up the middle between the 17 and the 23. And it sent those cars flying. And then contact with Eugene Thorne, as well as Kyle Williams. Here comes Cody Meadows. So this was a pretty big stack up here. Lots of cars sliding around.
Looked like kind of like some action wrecks. Just like one wreck caused someone else to check up and caused another wreck, and then kept going. So got Cody here. Yeah. Cody tried to check up for the wreck, gets bumper put to him by the 9 of Chris Otto, and becomes a 97 just trying to check up for another wreck, right? Just kind of like 2 or 3 little small wrecks that just kind of congealed and took out, say what, 6 or 7, 8 cars. So see that, but that's just how it is sometimes.
Yeah, it's pretty ugly out there. What do you say we'll bring somebody up here in the booth? Let's check in on the driver of the number 22 car of Justin L. Johnson. Let's bring him up here in the booth.
What rhymes with cash?
Mr. Justin Johnson. So, taking a look at the front of your car, you have some damage, but how's that car feeling right now?
Well, honestly, I got the damage about 10 laps ago, and we haven't really been able to set a lap, so I didn't know how bad it would be. But after the, I guess, lap and a half of that restart, it plows a lot. So I'm gonna bring it in and just fix up the damage, and we'll go back out there and see what we can do.
All right. So, um, what do you think is the biggest culprit here on these restarts that people are stacking up and losing it? I mean,
It's
what's
just
been the voice of
I think
reason?
I think it's just a bit of over aggression. A lot of these guys as well are starting in first gear, so their wheels spinning, and they can't control the car. And some guys that are ready to go are going, and they're hitting the back of folk, and it's just a whole lot of congestion. And I think that people just need to be a little more patient in the turn one, and we'll get a lot of these green flags going.
Copy that. Well, tell everyone over at Team Penske I said hello, and I appreciate you joining the booth here and filling us in on what's going on down there on the track. And we wish you luck, and hopefully you'll get all that damage repaired and get out there and flex the field and see if you can get a podium.
Hopefully so. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. See you later.
See you later.
All right, that was driver number 22, Justin Johnson, in that yellow and red number 22 for Team Penske. So
That
hopefully
car's
he
pretty
can.
fixed up. It looks pretty clean and green from here. Put a blinking out at a
Yeah,
22, but that'll work.
yeah, it's looking a lot better now. Yeah, it doesn't have that flat nose, if you will, anymore. So hopefully he can, work his way through the field. That's going to be a little hard to do right now because we're not getting enough green flag runs for him to do that. But hopefully that will eventually happen.
And it's not
And
bad,
he can,
He's starting only back there in P15, so having him to come in and take some damage. I mean, he's still inside the top 15. We know he's got a fast hot rod underneath
right.
him. I don't think it'll
Yeah,
take a whole lot of time for him to get up into the top 10. So see what he can
yeah.
do. Trying to drive that 22 back up inside, maybe a top 10 here.
Well, I know that out of the leaders right now, 4 out of the 5 drivers in our top 5 have never won a race in iSNF. So um, things can get interesting here as we go back to green here at Homestead, lap 108. And the number 99 of Rodney Roberts, the rookie, he takes the point here in that Freeway Insurance Chevrolet for Trackhouse. And that 0-1 of Frank D'Angelis trying to defend at P2 as the contact with the 71.
And not quite clear from Bishop, but like Chris backs out smartly. Gives
Yeah,
Frank the
that was
spot. Said, hey, I'll get you later. You can have it for now. Here comes Charles on the bottom here trying to make a run at the one.
Yeah, and it looks like too that clean air is king, from what I can tell. So, with that said, these restarts here, whoever can get a good restart up front, looks like they are maintaining a pretty good lead. So, the rest of the crowd here, 42, the 1 and the 3, pretty much battling it out back here.
Definitely noticed that the leader, you're right, with the clean air. Leader's been able to get away at least, good couple tits there at the start of these restarts, and then depending on who's leading or who's quick and who's not, second place can run him down occasionally, and that's what we're seeing right now. As Charles is starting to run down this 99 machine.
Yeah, Charles, last year's champion, knows how to win races, and this is yet another track that he's pretty decent at.
Charles is one of the drivers, right? I mean, he's always been kind of a sneaky fast driver. Wasn't really flashy and won a lot of races, but last year went out there, won 3, 4, 5 races, won the championship. He had to win the championship. He had to win that race last year at Auto Club and did a phenomenal
And
job.
He did. He
with
came in
that
clutch.
that season.
Yeah.
Been racing here for a long time, and obviously I felt like there was a couple that he should have had, but Angel got a couple away from him. I feel like that maybe Charles deserved, but with the way the playoffs work, Angel was just a master of being there at the end and capitalizing, but Charles got the best of him that last season.
Charles Roberson out of Knightsville, South Carolina. He's got 18 career wins, 184 starts in the Cup Series alone, and of course last season's champion. He actually has the most wins out of any iSNF driver in history, currently at that 18 mark. So Angel was 16. Angel Hernandez, three-time iSNF champion, sits P2 in that category. So pretty cool stuff there out of South Carolina as Charles continues to try to hunt down that 99 machine. Right now, like I said, clean air is king out there. It looks so. Rodney Roberts, a rookie here, trying to hold off the pending champion. So obviously that clean air is helping him.
4 starts for this driver out of Alabama. And I think Charles got a little bit better piece underneath him right now, but can't get to him right now. Like you said, Clean Air is really helping his 99 keep the lead right now with 20 to go. And right now, with 20 to go, if I'm Charles right now, I'm saving just a little bit of my stuff to make a run at the end here. I think he's got a little bit of a better car. Not burning your stuff up right now, try to get past this 99. You can make the pass and make it quick. Sure is. Oh, puts the bumper to the back of the 99. But if I'm this 11, I save my stuff a little bit, make a run, and make sure you get this lead and get it fast.
Yeah, he's gonna have to pounce to make it stick, and we'll have to see how Charles works that that 99 car as we are starting to wind down laps here toward our 134 mark goal, as we do have another caution on track.
Like maybe Joey Maines.
Interesting.
Let's see what happened.
Looks like the 42 was also involved, the number 42 driven by Parker Standard.
Yeah, it looks like 42 drifted up just a little bit. Joey Maines tried to give him, I mean, he gave as much room as he could. Put that thing in the wall, and 42 still up the track, and there's a car there.
Yeah.
Took himself off that 48 nose, and that'll definitely be a caution for that 42 machine. And
Spatial awareness yet again. Yeah.
Back him up time.
That's unfortunate. As the 48 just was trying to give him plenty of room, and 42 just kind of self-cleared him coming up the track there. As we do have Joey Maines in the booth right now for his viewpoint and vantage point here. So Joey, any damage on that 48? Did I pretty much nail it in the coffin there as far as what you were able to do and not do out there trying to avoid that one?
That's what it seemed like. I tried to give him room. He was clear for a second, and he just tried to slide me, and I got back to his right rear, and he just kept coming up. That's what it looked like.
Copy that. So what kind of damage do you have on that car right now? Are you about to go in there and find out?
I'm going to find out. I don't think it's too bad, but...
I know that Ally paint scheme is looking really good on track, especially with that aqua color against that aqua background with that wall. It just blends. It's beautiful the way it looks on track, especially under the lights. So you chose well on the scheme tonight. It all matches and everything. So we will let you go, see what kind of damage you got. Hopefully you can get it fixed real quick, get back out there and do well.
Yep, thanks.
Yep. All right, Joey Maines at the Hendrick camp, driving that 48 Chevrolet. And it looks like he's going to go ahead and get tires while he's in his pit stall there and try to get some of that damage fixed there. Hopefully it wasn't too much. Looks like he's off and ready to go. So not really any damage to speak of on the 48 machine. So good news there from the Hendrick camp.
Just for Joey there, and potentially I would reserve probably his last set of tires with 60 to go here. And trying to make up some ground here. Obviously, he's a couple of guys who pitted with him, and I don't really blame him. Like if you're outside the top 10, I'd probably be pitting here if the leaders don't pit, and it looks like that's exactly what happened. I'm gonna pit here, take some tires, try to make up some spots. You know, if it goes green here with 15 to go, you can definitely drive your way up. It's probably inside to it, maybe to a top 5. Maybe if you're fast enough, work your way through the traffic. Maybe inside of a podium, maybe a win.
As we have a new race leader, that is Jimmy Johnson out of Orlando, Florida, our only hometown hero the past 2 weeks, last week at Daytona as well as here. The only Florida driver we have now active in iSNF. So Jimmy Johnson in that number 10 for Colleague. Again, he is subbing for Philip Manzo, who currently owns the team and is out tonight for PC issues. So thanks for subbing the 10 car here tonight. He's got some laps led. He'll get some bonus points here, as his outside is Fabricio Lamana, originally from Brazil, currently resides in Portugal. So either way, long distance iSNF racer. Glad to have Fabricio out on track. See him doing well here late in the game. He will start on the outside as the pace car does drop down. Go back green here at Homestead.
Yeah. If the green flag is
Oh.
off, Frank DeAngelis.
Frank DeAngelis with a stack up there. We keep it green. We keep it straight. We keep it rolling. So good news as the 5 just got spun. 22 just spun. 38 is about to spin and just wrecked in the Cody Meadows. Not sure why the 38 came down and took out Cody Meadows, though.
Let's take a look and see what happened in here.
Frank and Steve, yeah.
Like Frank just got kind of ran over there trying to start in first. See what happened to Steve. You're into 5. Because so it looks like even trying to get around. And like Chris hooks the 5.
Well, he didn't mean, you can tell he didn't mean to.
No, he definitely didn't mean to.
But he was trying to clear the 01, and the 5 just didn't quite give him enough space to clear the 01.
Yeah.
But after they cleared the 01, the 38 should have drifted back up, and instead he stayed in his position, and yeah, they just got into each other there. And then when the 5 spun, he looks like he made contact with the 22 of Justin Johnson.
Yeah, it looks like Justin. It looks like Chris keeps it up on the wall here. And then something happens to the 22. To bring him up, and then he like just grabs Cody Meadows.
And so speaking of the driver of the 38, who it looks like he caused about 4 accidents there and 1 caution. He's in the booth here right now. First and foremost, were any of those contacts intentional or?
Absolutely not. There was a bunch of chaos going. I feel bad for turning the 5 there, and then it's just all heck broke loose.
Yeah, and then it looks like the 22 and you made contact, and then you made contact with the 12. It looks like the whole Penske camp right there at one time was being wrecked by each other. So wanted to check in, see what it was going on there. It looked like you tried to go around the 01 who was spinning, and when you went around him, the 5 wasn't giving you quite enough room. But once you guys got past the 01, you should have started going back up to your original position. Instead, you stayed down low, and that's what wrecked the 5. So
I'd have to see the replay. I'm sure it's my fault. I haven't seen the replay. It's hard to tell without the replay, but I feel bad about the 5. Like I said, the 01 was, or whatever it was in the middle of the track. Tried to avoid that, and chaos.
Yeah, chaos ensued. Yeah. So, well, how much damage you got, Chris?
Quite a bit, 8 minutes, but my wheel seems to be straight. So we'll see what we can do.
Right. Well, good luck out there. Hopefully get some of that damage fixed and get a solid finish. It doesn't sound like you're going to be able to repeat the podium from last week, but
you never know. The way chaos goes around here.
copy that. All right, we'll talk to you later.
Yep.
Yeah. Driver number 38 there. out of Hesperia, Michigan. Driver for front row Motorsports. As the 10 car will continue to lead here with only about 12 laps to go. And
about 10 to go here, so 10 lap shootout here to crown a winner here from Homestead in the South Beach 200. But Green once again is the 10 with a good jump. 99 follows him through.
yeah, that 10 car did get a pretty good lead there. And here comes Charles Roberson. He is challenging P2 on the 99 car of Rodney Roberts. Looking at the inside there, as we got too wide for that battle. We have too wide behind him. Will Austin and Fabricio Lamana going at it there.
Contact for that P2 position. 11 is using up that 99. Not giving any breaks. And here comes Will Austin. He's going to take advantage of that. He said, you guys want to play around? I'll just take P2 right from you. Put that P3 up at the side of the podium.
Yeah, pretty exciting racing here in the closing laps, as a lot of drivers on freshies, it looks like, maybe trying to make some passes here for position. Try to improve their finishing position here as things start winding down. Let's see here. It's like Chris Otto now up to P10. He's trying to rebound from that earlier incident. Fabricio Lamana looks like he's going backwards. He last pitted on lap 101. So it could be a tire wear issue for him compared to everyone else who has pitted on lap 118 or 106. So look for Fabricio on the 62 to continue dropping, it looks like.
Chris Bishop trying to drive his way to the Indiana native here in the 71. Our Dark Horse pick up into the top 10. But here comes the battle for the lead here. Here comes Will Austin underneath the 10 machine.
Yep, and that's going to help the 11 catch up and pass the 10 as well. Going side by side like that. Whoa!
Charles not quite clear.
Yeah. Good driving by both of those guys, as, yeah, things are starting to get a little, wow, contact, a lot of contact between the 11 and the 3. And that allows the 99 to scoot right on by to the inside. Now the 24 taking a look.
Yeah, the 3 with a huge block on the 11. 11 did not like that. Put the bumper to the 3. Unfortunately, with these extras, that really doesn't do anything like it used to. I hurt the 11 more than I hurt the 3. Allowed the 99 to get through. Now the 99 is going to try to pounce here to try to take this race lead away with 6 to go. The 11 trying to find a way back around the 99. I feel like the 11's got one of the better cars. He just put himself in a bad spot. So here comes the 11. Now the 24. I'm going to try to put an attack to this 11 machine.
I have a feeling if that 11 is able to get out front and get some, just even a taste of that clean air, the 11 is going to set sail. But time is running out. Time is a ticking. We only have about 4 laps to go. And Will Austin, like I said, has 0 wins in this league. So is it possible he could get his first win like we had last week? Scott Trusty grabbing that Daytona 500 win, his first career win as well. So starting off the season with 2 first-time winners is pretty awesome. So we'll have to see here how all this unfolds. But that 3 car is looking pretty strong here.
Big car starting to pull away for the rest of the field. You see the 99 trying to use that top lane there in the 1 and 2, trying to do something different. He'll try to top once again. I'll allow Charles to try to find some room on the bottom, but that run off the top is going to be too powerful for that 11 to do anything. That 3 is scooting away slowly. 3 to go here from Homestead.
As it looks like that gap is slowly increasing over the 99 of Rodney Roberts and the P2. So that number 3 machine was the pole sitter for last week's Daytona 500, by the way. So he is pretty fast, it looks like. So somebody to keep an eye on. Again, out of Holton, Maine, and his best friend Gabe Ledger, his teammate in the 8 machine, also out of Holton, Maine. He is having a good run too. He's sitting in P7.
Ledger right there, yeah, that RCR teammate. Back there at P7, having a good run. Gonna run down this 10 machine. Johnson is started the phase. Oh, Mike Iskandar losing control in the back. I think we're gonna keep it green though. Stay
Fingers
green here.
crossed.
As you see the 3 come across the line here. White flag in the air. White flag in the air for Will Austin.
Well, Austin keeping it green here in the green Get Bioethanol number 3 machine for RCR, as he will attempt to win his first career iSNF Cup Series race here at Homestead Miami Speedway.
At a for the final time. Give it to him. Will Austin gets his first win here at Homestead.
Congratulations there, buddy. Driver of that number 3. And it looks like rookie driver Rodney Roberts got that second position over Charles Roberson, our defending champion. So congratulations to our podium finishers. And Thomas Flynn in the 24, and Chris Bishop will round out your top 5. We'll go over your results here in a little bit, but man, that was pretty cool. Pretty cool to see the 3 just catch that clean air and set sail. I know quite a few drivers were looking for that opportunity here tonight, and like I said, I think Charles had the fastest car, but it needed the clean air to get the job done. But congratulations to the number 3. He did definitely earned it. He deserves it, and we'll be talking to him here momentarily. What do you think of that finish?
That was awesome, and like you kind of said right there, that clean air was key. Austin, well, was the most aggressive to get out there and get the clean air away. He didn't start on the front row. That restart, he went up there, took that lead away, and he got there, never give it up. So great job by this young man, and in this first win here, he's got a lot of potential. Obviously, got the pull last week at Daytona, ran pretty well at Daytona. Now gonna come home with the first win tonight here at Homestead.
Yeah, that is super cool. And just like last week, with Devin Trusty and, just being able to, celebrate these wins. And like I said earlier, by switching over to what the new NASCAR format is, it doesn't guarantee these drivers who won a race now early on the season a playoff spot. They still need to show up every week. They still need the race. They still need points. So they're not locked into a chase or a playoffs going into the postseason. So it allows us to just celebrate these individual wins for what they are, and not have anything be taken away from that, but just to celebrate the W. And that's what it's all about. And congratulations again to Will Austin. I'm going to try to find him here in the, okay, we got our P2 finisher in there. Looking for Mr. Will Austin. I don't see anybody in the RCR. Okay, I see him now. Do you want to go ahead and grab him, or do we want to grab our P2 first, or?
I'll let you.
Well, we're supposed to have Charles first because he got the top. He got the P3, but I don't see him. So yeah, we'll go ahead and drag our P2 finisher, Rodney Roberts, out of Alabama. So rookie driver, only I believe your 4th or 5th career start. You had a shot at a W there, but P2, man, that's a great finish. What are your thoughts on that, closing laps?
Probably could have just held the bottom on that last restart, and instead of going to the high side, trying to go get momentum, and just didn't work, and got to 11, got to my inside door, and just couldn't get off.
Yeah, man. So yeah, you were leading there some of the closing laps, and so I mean, what were some of the key factors there? Was clean air is king, as what we were describing in the booth? I know you weren't listening, but I know Christian and I were just looking at that clean air. And is that just really what it was all about? Was that clean air?
Yeah, the clean air was pretty much key tonight. Whoever had the clean air could pull away and everything else. And I noticed during the race, everyone was kind of like going to the high side all race, and I just stick to the bottom and mostly had the clean air and was able to do all my passes on the bottom. And I couldn't really get the top line to work for me or nothing. So I just stuck down there.
So how was your tire wear on that inside line? Because that's always been the debate. You run high, and allegedly you get higher tire wear, but you're quicker. And then down low, allegedly you don't get as much tire wear. You're a little slower, but you have that long run speed, don't you?
Yeah, it's I think the first stage, the first and second stage, the right front was around 70% and the right rear was around 80, I want to
Okay,
say.
so not too bad. Yep.
No, not too bad. And I was thinking about staying out on that last caution, but I was like, I got two sets of tires, why not use one set? Try to pull the whole field down, and I did, but a couple of people stayed out and was able to get back up there.
Copy that. Well, before we let you go to celebrate, any shout outs you want to give here before we let you go?
You and the broadcast team, and let me join the league and everything else. And so far, I've had a pretty nice time so far.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. Sorry about all the cautions. We're gonna try it. We've been trying. We're gonna have to try something else. It looks like, but just hang in there, my friend. I'm glad you got a good finish. You deserve it, and congratulations on that. And we'll hopefully see you next week.
Hopefully so.
All right, my friend. Have a good night.
Yep, y'all too.
Yeah, thanks. All right, I'll let you take the winner, our first time ISNF winner, Will Austin. I have to try something else. That looks
Hey,
like
Will, it's Chris Shepard and HVT. You got a copy?
I do.
Well, first of all, congratulations on your first win here tonight, Will. Obviously, we saw you sit on the pole last week at Daytona. Had a really good run there. Just gonna put the pieces together. But tonight, completely different story. You were a top five, I would say, yeah, really a top five, top seven car all night. And here in the closing laps, uh, kind of a what I would say a 4 or 5 car battle for that win. You were the guy who took charge there, got that clean air, kind of pulled away. But just walk us through your race, walk us through what really got you up here in the victory lane.
Yeah, I mean, I had a horrible qualifying there, so just take care of my tires, work on the long run, which we couldn't get going tonight. Apparently, everyone was struggling on restarts, so just trying to stay in the fight, not getting in any wrecks. That was pretty much the only strategy I had.
And obviously, we talked to Rodney about the clean air. We saw you really drive up there at the end of the race to try to get that lead there. Not only just for the lead, but do you think really that clean air was enough to keep you out in front versus, someone like the 11 or maybe the 20? Seem to have pretty good pace throughout the whole race.
Yeah, clean air was the biggest thing tonight. Especially with the next gen car. If you get somebody in behind you, it gets you a little bit looser than everybody else. Not slide up the track, preserve your right front for late in the race like that, and yeah.
Well, going back to it, right? Obviously, went to green with 10 to go there, and there was a lot of good battling up there for the lead. We saw the 99 and the 11 dooring each other and everything else. A ton of hard racing up there. What was it like? Obviously you started behind all that mess. They drive up through the field, try to make that pass, and then inevitably set you so to get you first.
Yeah, once I saw them connecting door to door there and sliding up the track, I felt like I had a pretty good shot at going down low and pulling away from them, which is exactly what happened. So, yeah, pretty stoked.
Obviously your first win. You're in iSNF and the Cup Series, so congratulations on that. But before I let you go, is there anybody, any shout outs, any sponsors, friends or family watching at home?
Yeah, just pretty much you guys, just all you guys running it, the broadcast crew, do a great job. So keep up the good work.
Don't forget to mention your teammate Gabe. I mean, come on, he's
Oh,
not
yeah.
he's not chop liver.
No, he had a good race too. So
All right. Well, make sure you go celebrate. Drink a Sea Dog for me, and have a whoopie pie, and enjoy your win.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Congrats tonight.
You too.
That was Will Austin, tonight's winner here for the South Beach 200 in Rio. I mean, besides the cautions, I felt like, the racing was pretty good once we got a little bit stronger out. Fortunately, what they say, cautions breed cautions, and kind of how it ended up here towards the end of the race here. But luckily, we got a good, strong finish, good competitive finish here. But top four kind of battling out for the win there.
I agree. Yeah. So, I mean, it's nice to see first time winner, and yet again, it doesn't give him a guarantee spot in the chase, but he definitely got some good points tonight. And he said he didn't qualify well for this race, but he sure did last week. So he's showing speed. So nice job getting that win. And I know a lot of people are upset they got wrecked out in this race and so on and so forth. And we just haven't found that magic piece yet that is the answer to clean up some of this racing. We still have some work to do. It's obvious, and I'm just gonna put it out there. We are working on it. We are trying a lot of different things. We have been trying a lot of different things, and we just don't have the right answer yet. If we go to incident count limit, part-time drivers and subs who don't have anything to gain or lose, they'll get mad because they got wrecked by another driver. They'll go out there and they'll just constantly keep bumping the back of the car until they DQ out as revenge and retaliation. And that was one of the reasons that we got rid of the incident count limit, because drivers were getting ejected unfairly through the DQ process. And we just figured that, we would get rid of that. But I don't know if that's bringing that back is even the answer anyway. But nonetheless, let's go over I'm sorry, not our starting grid, but our finishing order. I'll take the top half here tonight, since you had the top half last week. Will Austin grabbing that win, the pride of Holton, Maine, getting that first P1 position there. Rodney Roberts out of Alabama, we spoke to him. Congratulations to him in that P2. Charles Roberson comes home third. Thomas Flynn with his first start of the season in his new ride in the 24 machine, P4. So pretty strong start to his season. Chris Bishop in the 71, another solid top 5 for him. Jimmy Johnson, really good run for the 10 machine, especially subbing for Phil Manzo. So that 10 car really needed a good finish. So good job here for the hometown hero. Gabe Ledger, Will Austin's best friend and teammate. He brings it home 7th. Fabricio Lamana 8th. Chris Otto 9th. And Clarence Prince rounds out the top 10. Justin Johnson with some unfortunate carnage there toward the end of the race. He comes home 11th. Not too bad. Mark Gonzalez 12th. Parker Standret, our Canadian driver, number 42, brings home 13th. Mike Iskandar 14th. Eric Jorgensen 15th. Mike DeAngelis, he comes home 16th. David Anderson in that car number 97, he comes home 17th. Bob Wyckoff out of Arizona, he is in 18th. Steven Sear 19th. And Chris Van Mastrick from Michigan, he comes home top 20.
And running out the rest of the field there, Fairman in that 17th machine, 21st, Jeff Weimer in the 60 machine. 22, Cody Meadows, not the race he wanted. Going to be back there in P23. Kyle Williams, P24 in that 66 machine. Devin Trusty, last week's winner, also not the race he wanted. 11 laps down there, back there. 25th. Joey Maines, 26, after getting caught up in a couple of wrecks. Jason Steptoe in the 23, going to be 27th. Scott Trusty, back there in 20. Thaddeus Friel in the 88. 9. Gene Thorne, the 30th. Blake Hewlett in that 45, going to be 31, alongside Shane Dawson in that 43, going to be P32. Zach Phillips, after, running pretty well in the early parts of the stage, will come home 33rd. Dylan Lansdale in the 47, P34. Matt Metler, John Hopley, and Rhea Ferris will round out the field, P35, P36, and P37. And I believe I have Charles up.
Okay.
Hey, Charles, it's Ria and Christian up here in HV. If you got a copy.
Yeah, I got you, man.
You're late
Well,
than never, man. You're late to the party, just like you were finally late getting that championship last season. But you
Yeah,
know,
yeah. It was a good, decent race. Homestead's not my best track. I just can't manage the right front. But it's not often I have a win dangling in front of me here, so I definitely went for it. I did.
we definitely saw, you in the 99, especially making contact there. You guys were
Yeah, that was on
definitely,
me. I just got tight,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I
no,
accidentally got into him, and I was trying to get off of him, but I
yeah,
couldn't. So I definitely apologize to him after that.
yeah. I mean, you guys were put on some phenomenal racing. I mean, at least entertaining for us up in here in the booth. But when talk about that right front that you're talking about, a lot of people don't maybe at home don't really understand maybe what that would mean. So, like when especially here at Homestead, I know what you mean. How it's easy to burn off the right front. I mean, you kind of go wherever you need on the wall, in the middle, on them. What makes it hard to save the right front here?
Well, I mean, to me, I just always put too much wheel into it. I'm always picking up the gas too much. Um, if you can just not put too much wheel in it, from my experience, I mean, the last cars I actually run decent here was the old Cup cars before these. So, I feel like if you can just not put too much wheel into it and drive it into the corner, you'll be all right. So, but like I said, this and Dover, I just can't manage my right front. So, I'm happy with a third. I can't complain.
About to say for not doing well or not liking this track too much, you can't complain about a P3. But before I let you go,
Yeah, yeah.
anybody want to thank for this podium? Any family sponsors? Anybody for this
No, I
podium
just
spot?
want to thank Red and everybody helps out with the league. I've been racing here for a long time, so uh, I'm going to continue racing when I can. So yeah, I always have fun.
yeah, man, I appreciate you being part of it, and congratulations on your P3. And I'm
Thank you.
sure you know by now, but you have the most wins in ISNF Cup Series,
Yeah,
sitting
yeah,
at
with
18. Yeah,
all the series. Yeah, yeah,
so you're definitely gonna try to add to that this season, I'm sure. So,
yeah. There's some tracks coming up. Next week I feel like I'm pretty good there, so we'll see.
I forget where we're going next week.
Wilkesboro.
Ah, yes, that
Yeah, the last time I was there, I was leading and it scored me 20th, and I come back to win. So we'll see.
you're a wheel man from what I've gathered over the years.
I'm all
So
right.
that
I'm all right.
yeah, so that's gonna be right in your wheelhouse there. So watch out for the 11 machine next week, guys. Thanks, Charles, for coming on in. Better late than
Yeah, I
never,
appreciate it.
and we'll see you next week at Wilkesboro.
Yep, appreciate it.
Yep. All right. So what do you think, Christian? Want to go ahead and put a big happy red bow on this one here and set sail
Put
down
a
to North Wilkesboro?
yeah, we'll put a pin in this chapter for season 11 of the iSNF Cup Series. Obviously, a interesting race to say the least, but once again, congratulations to Austin. His first win. Very promising future for that number 3 car this season. So see what he can do from here on out. Obviously, he ran well at Daytona and put on a performance and had his first win tonight. But yeah, Wilkesboro is gonna be interesting. Obviously, our first short track of the season. It's gonna be a lot of fun to call, or it's probably gonna be some uh some tempers flaring, but that's what we love here at ISNF. Some fast and short track racing. So
Heck yeah, looking forward to it.
but again, we appreciate everybody for coming out and watching the broadcast tonight. If you don't mind hitting a thumbs up on the broadcast, sharing the broadcast with friends and family, and if you really do like the content, hitting the subscribe button on through High Velocity TV would really mean a lot. Or just a small network trying to get our foot in the door, and hopefully, we did a good enough job entertaining you guys at home. But once again, my name is Christian Delgado. Excited Rhea Ferris up here in the booth for tonight. Hopefully, everybody had a great Saturday night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy, I think Seattle's getting ready to start playing a few minutes or so. So enjoy some playoff football, and then hope everybody has a good rest of their weekends.
Good night, everyone.